Walk. She walks to school every day. Let's walk in the park. Run. He runs very fast. I run every morning. Jump. The kids jump on the bed. Jump over the puddle. Hop. She hopped on one foot. The rabbit hops quickly. Skip. The girl skipped down the street. Let's skip together. Crawl. The baby crawls on the floor. I crawled under the table. Climb. We climbed the hill. He climbs trees for fun. Slide. The children slide down the slide. Don't slide on the wet floor. Roll. The ball rolls away. He rolled down the hill. Swing. I love swinging in the park. The door swung open. Turn. Turn your head to the left. She turned around quickly. Twist. Twist your waist gently. I twisted my ankle. Bend. Bend your knees. He bent to pick up the pen. Stretch. Stretch your arms above your head. I stretched after waking up. Shake. Shake your hands. He shook with fear. Nod. She nodded quickly to show she agreed. I nodded when I liked the idea. Shrug. He shrugged because he didn't know. She shrugged and walked away. Wink. Grandpa winked and smiled at me. She winked to show it was a joke. Blink. I blinked because the light was bright. She blinked several times in surprise. Smile. She smiled when she saw the flowers. I smiled after hearing good news. Frown. He frowned when he saw the mess. I frowned because I was confused. Grin. He grinned when he won the game. She grinned after finishing her drawing. Giggle. The kids giggled at the funny dog. She giggled when I made a face. Laugh. We laughed at the silly story. She laughed loudly in the park. Cry. The baby cried because he was hungry. She cried after watching the sad movie. Yawn. I yawned because I was tired. She yawned during the long meeting. Sneeze. He sneezed because of the dust. She sneezed 3 times in a row. Cough. I coughed after drinking water too fast. She coughed because of the cold air. Sniff. He sniffed the food before eating. She sniffed the flowers happily. Snore. Grandpa snores very loudly at night. She snored while sleeping on the sofa. Wave. I waved to my friend at school. She waved her hand to say hi. Point. I pointed at the bird in the tree. She pointed at the colorful balloon. Clap. Everyone clapped after the show. She clapped her hands with joy. Slap. He slapped the table in anger. I slapped the mosquito on my leg. Punch. He punched the pillow in frustration. I punched the air when I won. Kick. She kicked the ball into the net. I kicked a stone on the road. Push. I pushed the heavy door open. She pushed the box under the table. Pull. I pulled the rope with both hands. She pulled the chair closer to me. Pat. I patted the puppy gently. She patted me on the back. Rub. I rubbed my eyes because of sleep. She rubbed her hands to warm them. Scratch. The cat scratched the old sofa. I scratched my arm because it itched. Tickle. Dad tickled my feet for fun. She tickled her little brother's belly. Stroke. I stroked the kitten's soft fur. She stroked her hair slowly. Massage. She massaged my tired shoulders. I massaged my legs after walking. Snap. He snapped his fingers loudly. I snapped the stick in half. Jerk. The car jerked forward suddenly when it started. I jerked my hand away when I touched something hot. Shiver. She shivered because the wind was very cold. I shivered when I stepped into the icy water. Tremble. His hands trembled when he was very nervous. I trembled with excitement before opening the gift. Lean. I leaned against the wall because my legs were tired. She leaned forward to hear better. Lie. I like to lie on the grass and watch the clouds. He lies on the sofa and reads books all afternoon. Sit. Please sit beside me and watch the movie. She sat under the tree and read a storybook. Stand. Stand still while I take your picture. He stood by the window and looked outside. Balance. I tried to balance the book on my head without letting it fall. She balanced on one foot like a dancer. Jog. I jog every morning to stay healthy. She jogged around the park with her dog. Gallop. The horse galloped quickly across the field. They galloped away on horseback. Pace. He paced the room while thinking about his problem. She paced back and forth nervously. Creep. I crept into the room quietly so I wouldn't wake anyone. The cat crept slowly toward the bird. Sneak. I sneaked out of my room to get a snack. She sneaked behind the door to surprise her friend. Stumble. I stumbled over the toy on the floor. He stumbled while running and almost fell. Trip. She tripped on the step and dropped her bag. I almost tripped because of the stone.